Hey, good morning. So I just got off a call with a really totally terrific coach's coach, Andy Medlin. And what I took away from this conversation is just so sort of powerful. So um, in in my early stage agency kickoff course, um, these are all sort of very early stage folks who don't yet have a lot of client history. One of the things we talk about is, sort of how do you, um, you know, how do you show that you are the person to solve the problem if you don't have a track record? And the thing that we get back to is the fact is if you are able to articulate your client's problem in a really truly profound, authentic way, in a way that they understand that you understand, it gives you an authority. It allows you to be an expert in solving their problem because you were able to understand it and say it out loud. Um, and what really just sort of came home for me today with my chat with Andy was that's empathy, right? Having empathy and be able to see your service and what you do from the other person's perspective, and not that you're a collection of services, but you're a collection of solutions. Um, and I've grown a lot of businesses in my life, and sort of I've faced all of the problems that I know that my clients face. Um, there's an awful lot of folks in the space right now who started an agency 6 months ago, have a system, have a process, and then sell a course around it. Well, I actually did it the old-fashioned way. I started businesses and I scaled them and sold them and then started new ones. And every time I was sort of facing a different. I was offering a slightly different solution set to slightly different problems. And over time, those problems sort of coalesced where I was really able to sort of serve up a really consistent solution set to a really consistent set of problems. And that's what I do now as an agency coach. But what I really wanted to talk about was the fact that if you are struggling in your business, it's okay. Everybody struggles in their business. Business isn't easy. Growing your business isn't easy. And to be really good at growing an agency, you have to be empathetic to the problems that your customers are facing. And as a coach, I have to be empathetic to the problems that my clients are facing. And so I really want you guys to know that, honestly, you know, I have been through so many of the issues that you've been going through, like not knowing where my next lead is coming from, or worrying how are we going to make payroll that's coming up on Thursday, or wow, it's the end of the year and we did not come close to our goals, or it's the end of the month and like there's nothing left. So you have to have a conversation with your significant other about how things are going to be tight. So I've been through each and every one of those times. And so the solutions that that I've put together, and the sort of the ways, and really the ways that I sort of approach creating the right solution set for my clients, is through that sense of empathy and having been there. So listen, this isn't magic, right? Your business has real problems. Luckily, there are real solutions. But one of the things that really gets unlocked during this sort of coaching process is not only sort of the tactical solutions that you need in order to solve the problem at hand, like how do you get another lead or how do you close that sale, but part of this is actually sort of like a transformation of you, because if your business is struggling, there's like a disconnect between you and your business. You aren't connected in a way that your instinct is making sense for the results that you want. And a lot of that stuff comes from other places, right? Sometimes it comes from circumstances, sometimes it comes from fear, sometimes it comes from family stuff, sometimes it comes from relationship stuff, sometimes it comes from who knows where, right? But all of this stuff matters, right? And all of this stuff has an impact on your business. And all of this stuff really totally completely influences how you run your business. And so one of the things that I know and feel and love about what I do is not just that we find tactical solutions to solve your problems, but we actually change the person who's implementing them. We change the organization that's implementing them because we help the agency owner or the agency itself sort of think about problems differently and think about the solutions that it can offer differently. And part of that is the agency being able to express empathy for its clients, but also be able to express empathy for itself. And so when you're struggling, and I know a lot of people are, because growing a business is not easy. It's really hard. It's sort of soul draining, life affirming, sweaty, hard, stressful work that is the most rewarding thing that you might ever do. But it is a struggle, right? There's no such thing as an overnight success, and there are no rocket ships. It's hard every day, all the time. Even when you know what you're doing and you've got a good solution in place, it's still hard. And if it doesn't feel hard, it's because you're not paying attention. And so you have to be powerfully understanding of how you relate to your business, how your business relates to its clients, and how you relate to your clients, so that you can sort of have all those things working together. Because empathy is really terrifically powerful. Empathy matters. And so as I spout off, as I frequently do here, and I tell you, the 5 ways, the 5 ways to run a sales call, and I sort of deliver that with a lot of confidence. I'll tell you, the reason why I'm able to sort of show this with such confidence is because I've fucked it up like 1,000 times. I've made every mistake there is. I have put myself in horrible situations that have been difficult to extricate. I have sort of turned a business sideways. I've turned, and so I've made all of these mistakes, and I know that when you get the right collection of insight and empathy and attitude, that you're able to solve problems that you couldn't before. And that's why I'm here, is to help you understand the problems that your business faces, how you interact with those problems, and how your customers interact with your solutions. And throughout any of the programs that I run, Agency Breakout sort of being the premier one, the one-on-one intensive consulting, I know what happens is there's a transformation of the people involved. You go from not understanding to understanding. You go from frustrated to empathetic. You go from feeling friction to feeling acceleration. You go from feeling like your bucket is being emptied to your bucket being filled. And these are things that don't happen because of me. They happen because of my clients. I just help them sort of see things a little bit differently and act a little bit differently. And that is really the power of this sort of coaching and this sort of engagement that we go through. And the results The results show. My agency breakout clients, every single one of them has doubled their revenue while they're working with me. I mean, that's pretty awesome. But it's because they become different. They transform from someone who runs a business that is the size it was when we started. They transform themselves into someone who runs a business the size that it is when it doubles. And now they know they have the capacity to do that again and again. So, yeah, coaches help you solve problems. But coaches also help you understand problems. And coaches help you understand yourself so you can solve problems better. And it's that transformation, that moment when somebody goes from frustrated to seeing a solution. I've got this great client who's incredibly enthusiastic, and when we're on calls and he has that moment where he goes from frustration to opportunity, he jumps up and down on the calls, and it's incredibly rewarding. But what I want you to know is that transformation is possible, and transformation doesn't necessarily you're changing from the ugly duckling into a swan. What it means is you're transforming from a person who has problems into a person who sees solutions. And you're turning from a person who has a business of a particular size, and you are changing it. You're changing yourself into a person who can run a business that's twice its size, or 4 times its size, or 10 times its size, but you're changing. And so I think this sort of empathy piece is a real backdrop to everything that I try to espouse here. That even when I am delivering a solution to you with authority and with rigor and with that's concrete, those solutions have come to me because I used to be someone who didn't have the solution to that. And so I've been exactly where you are. I've been to a place where frustration is all around. I've been to a place where nothing works. And I've been to a place where someone helped me see how I could make that change, how I could change me so I could change the problem. And so I'm here. If you are struggling with your business or struggling in any way, let me know, because I've been there. I've found a way through. And I hope I can help you do the same. Thanks. Have a great day.